Hi. So I know that it's Tuesday and not Wednesday when I generally go live, but I am so fucking pissed off that I needed to go live right the fuck now. News just broke, if you all have not seen it yet, that the officer involved in shooting Jacob Blake 7 times in the fucking back in front of his children is not going to be charged. And I don't know how many fucking times we are supposed to sit and follow all of the rules while white motherfuckers break rules all the fucking time, make their own goddamn rules. They murder us, paralyze us, maim us, and then we're just supposed to say what? Thank you? Then we're the ones that are called thugs because we're out in the fucking streets marching literally for our fucking lives? And these motherfuckers out there in DC today are marching for what? Their fraudulent ass, criminal ass motherfucking president? I am so outdone. America, I swear to God, test me on a regular basis. Test all of us. I don't understand. How are we supposed to, how are kids supposed to pledge allegiance to this shit? How are we supposed to feel like, oh, this country, no, it's fair? I don't even know why people risk their lives to fucking come here at this point. I mean, I can't imagine that anyone would want to come here, being as how 350,000 Americans are dead, right? We have more deaths in the United States than the next 2 countries combined right now. Black people are just shot and killed and nobody gives a fuck. You can be sleeping in your own goddamn house. You can be sitting in your own fucking car. Well, you know what Jacob Blake was trying to do? Break up a fucking fight. Right? Be a good citizen. And he's now paralyzed. And the officers it's just like, what are we supposed to do when the terrorists that are in this country are the ones that have a badge? I'm just trying to figure out how we're expected to all continue to move forward, act normal, go to fucking work, log on to our computers and pretend that everything is okay. Do you know that the National Guard is in Washington, D.C. right now? Do you know why they're there? Because Donald Trump tweeted out that on January 6th, he wants them, remember the stand back and stand by, that he wants them to avenge somehow the wrongdoing that happened in the election. That motherfucker had 60 court cases thrown out, 60 of them. And when I was watching the news today, which I want to honestly just stop doing because I don't see any benefit to it other than filling me with rage, right? I don't want to age. Rage is not good for your skin, and I care about how I look. But nonetheless, when asked by a CNN reporter today, these crazy fucking white people in Georgia, with their Trump flags and their voting and all of this shit, when asked, by the reporter, what do you expect at this particular juncture? What are you looking for? You've had 60 court cases that have been thrown out, laughed out of court. There's no evidence that has been produced to show that there was election fraud. Every single state has already certified their elections. What is happening tomorrow is basically just, what is it? It's symbolism, right? The election is fucking done. And do you know what this fucking white dude said? He goes, civil war. That's what's next. The reporter looked at him and said, so you want to go to war? And he said, his response was, if that's what it takes. If that's what it takes? These people don't want to heal. This is what I just said on Twitter, and I'm doing this spontaneously because I am just fucking pissed. And if I don't talk to all of you, then I'm just going to drink a bottle of vodka, and that's not helpful. That doesn't help anybody, and I don't want a hangover. But the reality is, these people, they're not going anywhere. You think that just because we change the calendar year and Donald Trump is going to leave office, that somehow that's going to mean what exactly? That these motherfuckers are going to go back to what, their trailer homes? Guess what? They're not uneducated. We always like to make the joke about, oh, the racist, toothless people, and once they die out. No, this isn't the fringe anymore. There are 13 fucking sitting U.S. senators who have said that they are not going to certify the election tomorrow. This is not the fringe, folks. This is the fucking main show. This is the mainstream. We need to stop thinking and pretending that like, oh, it's just a few people. It's not. It's not a few fucking people. It's 74 million. And I don't understand. I listened yesterday. I listened to Hakeem Jeffries, congressman in Brooklyn, in New York, fucking say that we need to move forward. We need to talk about the future. We need to turn. What the fuck? What future are you talking about when you don't have a two operating fucking political systems in this? When you don't have two operating political parties, where the fuck are you moving to? What future are you looking at? It's not a democratic future when you have a fucking cult as one of the main parties. Like, what are you talking about? And this is what makes me want to lose my fucking mind on our party, on the Democratic Party. Because what the fuck are you talking about when you say move forward? When you say like, oh, we have to take the high ground. These motherfuckers want war. And I'm looking for fucking warriors on the Democrat side and I can't seem to find one. We have the same fucking people that are going to be in charge of the House. We have the same fucking players and they are playing an entirely different goddamn game. And I am wondering when anybody else is going to wake the fuck up. Like, I am outdone. I am outdone. Every day, I try to think about something positive to focus on, something positive to say. And today, just now, Jacob Blake shot in the back 7 times in front of his fucking kids. The police officer did not have to do that. You know why? Because guess who the fuck pled not guilty today? An actual fucking murderer, white kid, Kyle Rittenhouse, who shot and killed 2 fucking protesters. That motherfucker walking around with an AK fucking AR-15, AK-47. I don't give a what it is. He pleads not guilty, not guilty. How did he shoot and kill 2 people in front of police and he's still alive to stand trial? Jacob Blake was trying to break up a fight. These things happen in the same fucking state. But you want to tell black people like, oh, you need to wait. Oh, you need to take a breath. Fuck you. And you're fucking take a breath and take a beat. Fuck you. You don't like when we kneel. You don't like when we march. You don't like when we fucking vote. You're the fucking people that brought us here. To be your fucking mules. I am so fucking tired of this country. Like, I really am. And people will say, oh, then go someplace else. You go someplace else. You clearly don't love it. You don't care about the principles, the fucking foundations, the morals. You don't care about the fucking Constitution. So what the fuck are you doing here? That's the question that we should be asking. I'm telling you, where we are at ain't good. And if you think that things are going to change on January 20th because somebody else is putting their hand on a Bible, that ain't it. This country is fucking broken. And what white people are saying is that they want it that way. That they would rather burn this shit to the fucking ground than give anybody that does not look like them, that does not love like them, that does not pray like them, access to any goddamn thing. Whether it is healthcare, whether it's public education, whether it's clean drinking water, they're like, fuck it. These are the same people. Understand that these are the same descendants of people that would rather, in the 1950s and the 1960s, drain swimming pools instead of allow integration. These are the same fucking people, right? So stop telling yourselves that like things die when, oh, racism is gonna die out. Oh, old people just need. No, it is not. It is a fucking disease that is like passed down from generation to generation. It doesn't fucking die out. It would have been gone by now. The fuck out of here. We keep trying to trick ourselves into believing that Americans are better than they are. And guess what, folks? They are fucking not. They are not. The only good thing that we can say about Donald Trump is that he exposed everything that black people and any other marginalized community has already known. Right? Like, this is who the fuck they are. I saw a meme the other day that said that, Barack Obama was who America aspires to be, but Donald Trump is who they are. That is the realest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. This country is Trump. Trump is this country. They're not being held hostage by Donald Trump. They're not being lied to by Donald Trump. Donald Trump is their savior. Right? They don't give a fuck what he does, who he fucks, who he pays off. They don't care. He is ushering in and solidifying their whiteness. And until we rectify that shit, what comes next is worse. So don't talk to me about we just need to leave it to the courts. How many fucking black lives have been left to the courts and we get nothing? Breonna Taylor's family, what, they got money? They don't get their fucking daughter back. They don't get justice. Every single fucking time a black person is murdered, every single time, it doesn't matter if it's on fucking tape, right? It didn't matter if it was on tape. Fucking Rodney King's beating was on fucking tape in the 90s. That didn't fucking matter. So what difference does it make now? You want to talk about body cameras. I don't give a fuck about your body cameras. They turn that shit off. This makes no sense to me. This country makes no sense. They have multiple sets of rules for different people who they give a fuck about. We chant Black Lives Matter because our lives don't fucking matter. Everybody fucking knows that. You want to talk about the folks protesting out in the streets this summer, trying to bring some type of community, some type of semblance of togetherness, right? We're in this together. And then come the fall, white people done. They're done with their social justice internship. I am just folks, if y'all don't wake up and realize that just because the calendar year changed, things did not change. If you don't realize that today we have, it is God has jokes. The universe has jokes today. Kyle Rittenhouse in Wisconsin want to plead not guilty to murdering people. His mommy bought him a fucking machine gun to kill motherfuckers and drove his ass across state. He wants to plead not guilty. Somehow he's still alive to do that. Jacob Blake today, we have police out in the streets in Wisconsin, in Kenosha because we don't know. What do you mean you don't fucking know? Why do you have to put cops out? Because you know you're not going to do the right fucking thing by the community that you continue to terrorize. That's why. And you expect us to just sit there and be okay with it. Jacob Blake, Ahmaud Arbery, George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, Sandra Bland, Alton Sterling, the fucking list, Renisha McBride, Tamir Rice, John Crawford. How many fucking people? How many more? And you want us to sit around and keep saying we just need to, we need to come together and we need to, fuck you. That's how I feel right now. Fuck you. Fuck this country. It is and clearly I'm never, just so people are clear, I'm never running for office, so I don't give a fuck. Run for office for this corrupt nation? Oh my God. I just cannot believe every single time that I think this time, this will be the time when justice is going to be served. This will be the time. If we all held our breaths, they would have what they want, what they're trying to do with the coronavirus, because we would all drop dead. Do you know that the two people, this is what I read today. This is why I need to just stop and just watch Bridgerton over and over and over again on loop. Do you know that the people that are on the ballot, Purdue and Loeffler in Georgia right now, where people are voting, they openly campaign with white supremacists? Not only that, but in the midst, we're at the height of the pandemic, they invested in body bags. 2 sitting senators, instead of working on plans and ways to save the people of their state, instead decided to invest in body bags because they knew that the number of people dying would go up and they could make money. And these people will most likely win election because we have put all of our hope and faith in Georgia. Now, don't get me wrong. I put all my hope and faith in Stacey Abrams, Black PAC, and all of these different organizations that are out there. But I'm telling you, you underestimate how fucking racist white people are. You underestimate what they're willing to sacrifice in order to oppress. This is what this is all about. Like, these people, you think that they want the coronavirus to go away? No, they don't. They're making money off of death. Folks, Donald Trump is a death conductor. Motherfucker is on the golf course. He's on the golf course. Can you imagine? I don't even want to say it, but I'm going to say it. Imagine Hillary Clinton on the golf course while all of these Americans have died. Imagine Barack Obama. They wanted him impeached over 2 Ebola deaths. 2, not 200, not 2,000, 2. They called for his impeachment. Are you kidding me? Guys, we keep thinking that these people are going to be better. We keep looking for the good Republican. Where they at? They had 5 years to show where they were. The only good Republican is so far, he died. And he brought us Sarah Palin, which set the stage for Donald Trump. And that was John McCain. And he was only so-so. Remember Susan Collins? What did she tell us during impeachment? Donald Trump has learned his lesson because he's a 70-year-old fucking adolescent that what you just sent to his room? That motherfucker just pulled the same shit on tape with the Georgia Secretary of State talking about find me 11,780 votes is the same can you do me a favor though from the Ukraine call that got that motherfucker impeached in the first fucking place. But yes, he learned his lesson. He learned that he can do it over and over and over again. There's no reason for laws in this country. This is what I believe. I believe that we are living in an anarchist, authoritarian state. That's where we are. Because you have slogans that Democrats love to utter like, no one is above the law. And I'm saying, so bitch, where the handcuffs? Where were the sergeant of arms when Trump officials decided that they weren't going to answer subpoenas and testify? Did you show any force then? Did you threaten to throw them in jail? Did you use the power of the office that you're holding? Or did you just want to wait for somebody else to go and do it? We don't have any fucking warriors, and this is the fucking problem. We are at war, and nobody seems to understand that. What else do you call motherfuckers being able to be shot in the street and nothing happened to them? What else do you call the Proud Boys and whatever fucking white boys marching down the street with tiki torches and their fucking don't tread on me flags? What do you call that when the cops are actually called out to protect them while they beat the shit out of Black Lives Matter protesters? That's not law to me, right? So if Donald Trump is above the law, that means that we shouldn't have laws at all. If Republicans get to do whatever the fuck they want, then why are we bothering with the Constitution? Don't talk to me about statutes when you're not going to enforce them. Don't talk to me about justice and tell me that it's blind as if I'm fucking stupid. I just, folks, it's a struggle. It's a struggle. Because today is Tuesday and I have Woke Wednesday tomorrow, but I am pissed off today that it's also not Friday because I told myself that I was going back to not drinking during the week, but I swear to God, it's like these people are trying to drive me to alcoholism. It's like they're trying to push me over the edge. I won't let them. I'm going to meditate after this. I'm going to drink a little bit of tea, right? And I'm going to recenter myself. But I'm telling you, there are some days that I question why I decided to do this work, why I want to fight for this country, because it seems that we should just let it burn. That's how I feel today. Today, I feel like, who the fuck cares, right? I am tired of trying to convince, do you understand we've been trying to convince white people of our humanity since they brought us here on slave ships? Do you realize that? That we have been trying for hundreds of years to convince people that we are deserving? I am fucking done. Fuck you. I don't care to convince you of a fucking thing. I hope that when you cut your nose to spite your face that you bleed the fuck out. That's where I am today. I don't care. You can save this, you can play it, you can tweet it out, and you can share it as many times over again. Danielle says, fuck you. I don't care to understand you. I don't want to read a report about Trump voters. I don't want to do a deep dive into understanding their fucking feelings. I don't care. I don't care. This is why people don't want to have me on cable news, because I don't give a fuck. Don't ask me questions about what do you think about the Trump voter. Why don't you ask yourself, why don't you ask other white people questions like that? Why did so many white women decide to vote for Donald Trump? Why don't I ever hear an anchor say, what do you think is wrong with white women? Because, you know, Donald Trump gained with white women in 2020. Did you know that? It started out at 52%, but that motherfucker gained 3 percentage points. But we didn't have a roundtable discussion about what the fuck is wrong with white suburban women, did we? No, but they want to ask us every time they're bringing us on TV. Oh, Danielle, what do you think about the black voter? Why do you think that the black voter, you know, it doesn't want to vote? You want to blame elections on us when when people don't turn out, and then when we turn out en masse for you, you want to throw our fucking votes out. The fuck you want? Which way you want it? I am just, oh my God. You know, I have Dr. Jonathan Metzl on WokeAF Daily all the time. And by the way, if you haven't subscribed, you should, because this is what the show sounds like, an hour a day, 5 days a week. It's $5 for 5-hour-long shows a week. Patreon.com/WokeAF. And you can get the link in my bio. But nonetheless, I'm just, you know what it is that also drives me crazy while I have all of you here? What drives me crazy is the calm in which people are talking about the moment that we're living in. You know, I know that you have to have a certain respectability when you are on television, right? You have to have like a demeanor or, you know, what have you. And it's why I have my own shows. I enjoy going on TV, but I have my own shows because I don't want to be casual about this moment. I don't want to pretend, oh, so, you know, Donald Trump, he's at it again, you know, another coup. We live in America, and there was a suicide bomber that blew up a block in Tennessee, and we didn't call the man a suicide bomber. Why was that? Oh, that's right. He was white, and he was deranged. If you are going to strap anything to your body or get into a car that's filled with explosives, you are clearly not in your right mind. So I'm just always so confused about why white people are afforded mental instability. Like we have a completely, totally deranged fucking president. They're afforded that, but the rest of us are just, you know, terrorists, right? But white people can't be terrorists. You beat people up, you go into a city that isn't yours strapped, and you get to walk past police. But if I go into a store to go get a soda and want to bring it home, but I put a hood up on, I'm okay to be murdered, right? But the Kyle Rittenhouses of the world can literally walk the streets strapped, kill people, but still be alive to say not guilty. Let me tell you what. All I will say to you folks is this. You are not crazy. If you feel the kind of hot rage that I feel right now, I just want you to know that you are not alone. That you are not supposed to just casually go about your day when you realize yet another black person who was maimed and or murdered will not have justice. You are not just supposed to casually, you know, get on a Zoom happy hour or go and drink and just pretend like this is okay. It's not fucking okay. It's not okay. It's not. It has never been okay. It has never been right. It has always been a travesty and a tragedy. I just have run out of tears. I have no more tears to give, nor longer do I have any more fucks to give to this country whatsoever. At this point in time, America gets what the fuck it deserves. I just wish that I had a passport to someplace else. Frankly, because today is a day where I'm like, fuck this country. Like, honestly, fuck it. And I dare somebody to tell me that I'm not a patriot. I dare somebody to try and check me in any which way, shape, or form. because today would be the wrong day to do that. I don't know. I don't know where we go from here. I honestly don't. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a few deep breaths. I am going to meditate for a bit, because if I don't recenter myself, I'm going to explode. I'm going to explode. That's what America has turned us all into. Just these raving, rage-filled people, because there's nowhere to turn. I can't say to you that come January 20th, things are going to change, because do you know how many unarmed black people were murdered during the Obama administration? Black Lives Matter started during the Obama administration. I can't lie to you and tell you that things are going to get better, because I don't fucking know. I really don't. But what I do know is that today I have run out of fucking patience. Today I do not have it in me to come up with something good and witty to say that can make you all feel better, because today is a fucked up fucking day. And what are we? What is today? We're 5 days into 2021? Yeah. Funny. We thought it was going to be better? It's not. So I bid you adieu, friends. Thank you for indulging me for a few minutes for this pop-off, which I used to do on Fridays, but it seems that every single day that I am blessed to wake up is a day for me to pop the fuck off. Because there's just too much. It's too fucking much. It's too fucking much. So, I don't know what it is that you do. If you go garden, if you have a dog, if you have a cat, if you have a baby to go cuddle, find something. Find something to make you remember, like, that things somewhere, somehow, are good. But you know what? If you want to marinate in anger, you can do that too. And that is A-okay. Because the anger is justified. And it's generational if you are black. People talk about healing trauma. I don't know how you heal a trauma of a country that wants you dead. I don't know how you heal that. That isn't about me, right? I can do as much meditation, burn as much fucking sage as necessary. But how do I change the fact that a majority of this country would rather see all of us dead? I don't know how you reconcile that. And you can't possibly tell me like, oh, and I swear to God, if anybody in here tells me, oh, it's not all people, I will throw this phone and somebody will buy me a new iPhone. So don't even do it. Hold yourself back. All right, friends, join me tomorrow for Woke Wednesday, when I will certainly be at probably a level 13. This was probably around an 8, right? Because I did not say fuck that many times. Be well. If you want to support independent black voices, like my rage-filled one, go to patreon.com/wokeaf. I'm back here live tomorrow at 3:30 p.m. Eastern. This was just a pop-off because I'm pissed off. I appreciate each and every one of you. Hug yourselves. Go burn some sage. Go burn a joint. Go take a shot. Go take a bath. Walk a dog. Wear a mask. Do all the things. I appreciate each and every one of you. Bye. Just so mad. I am.